Hi. Today's topic is getting things done. How many more good years should you wait? I'm just waiting for Harry to hop in. Hi. How are you doing? This is gonna be beautiful because we're gonna be asking questions and finding some solutions, hopefully. Let's see if the music is not blocking the stream. Everything is settled. Harry, please get online. So, we are all like doing so many things together. Hi, David. So, it's like how we say, feed the eagles and starve the turkeys. The eagles are our dreams, our aims, the beautiful things that we want or we would like to do. But many times we don't actually find these nice blocks of time for it. We don't create space for it. And that's why those things remain all just in our heads. Never fulfilled, never realized. So we might be, hi! Can you just I don't know how to do that. This is the first online conversation here on IG I am doing. Harry, help me please. Ask me to join or something. Can't wait to speak to you, man. Alright. Hi, Ivana. Yes, I was just saying that there are so many things that we want to do, but our everyday lives are not to do it. And I wanted to particularly speak about writing today, but it will be valid for everything. Hi!
Yeah, hello. Hi, Renata. Hey, everyone.
It's beautiful to speak to you finally.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Talk to you a little bit about whatever you want, really.
Yes, because you're somebody who is actually writing books, doing things.
hmm Mm.
And I wanted to ask you honestly how to actually feel ready to publish it, not changing it all the time and stuff. I'll just give you, this space to talk about yourself, about your journey, if you can, if you want.
Thanks. So me and you, Renata, have known each other well now on Instagram. We watch each other's stuff for inspiration. And yeah, also you're writing your own book, which is amazing. And if I helped, then that's cool. I'm
Is
sure
it?
it wasn't the only person.
Let me just turn down the music a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah, David, mate.
Okay.
By the way, David, I put your video up. David's watching. I just want to say that I put his interview up for part one today, so I'm just shouting out to him. Put part two up in later today, so it's
All
cool. He's
right.
watching. Mhm.
So tell us more about it. Starting to write is one thing, and to finish it, to give it the chapters, the length, and everything, and
Sure.
go and make it available for other people.
Yeah. So I do want to encourage people to write books because I feel like everyone's got at least one book inside them. I think that's true. I mean that's because everyone, especially us guys, we've got stories, we've got different masteries, and we've got different philosophies that can all help each other. And to be honest with you, Renata, books have changed my life. I got into urine therapy from a book, and that opened the doors to where I'm now and my future. So I paid it forward by writing mine, I feel, and I want other people to too, because people learn in different ways. I think you should do social media, YouTube's, videos, but also books. And yeah, I'm really lucky. I've wrote a couple now. I'm going to carry on writing them, and I only do it because people get value out of them. So I'm encouraged. Mm.
the important thing that makes me to think about it even more or do it is that you told me you should leave some message for the future generations, because this is going to stay, this is going to be here. It's not just your living example, but it's something that you will leave here, because it's true that each one of us has a different point of view, each one of us is unique, and
Yep.
something that we take for granted, like something that it's normal for us, might be very important message for the others, which might not find it this
Wow,
easy.
that's so huge what you said there. And I've got to say, with the books I've wrote, particularly, I get a lot of feedback from my biggest selling book, which is The Aged Urine, the first one. And I must say, what you said there just resonates, because I assumed, if I'm being honest, at the beginning, I was writing my Aged Urine book for my Facebook community, people that knew me. But what I've come to realize in the years since that's released, 2.5 years now, almost, is that lots of people that I don't know have been buying it. Outside of social media, that will never meet me, never know who I am. And that's cool. That's why I wrote the book. So yeah, the reach from books
Yeah,
is
also,
phenomenal. Yeah,
yeah,
it's really important to get it out there.
and it's like it's valid for everything. The thing is how to do it. I mean, I wanted
Mm.
to talk about the 80% rule. I mean, in my I'm a singer, an actress. I do so many things, coaching, and I was thinking about not being ready many times in my life when they asked me to teach in a school of arts. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, teaching! I've never done that before. I have been
yeah,
teaching different things, but not singing. I don't
yeah,
feel ready for it. You just have to give it 80%. You have to be satisfied with 80%
yeah,
or 90, whatever, because the perfectionism, the perfectionist in us is telling us, no, you're not ready yet. And this is just postponing the thing till
yep,
the which never exists and will
yep,
never be. So
true.
it's difficult to be satisfied with this not finished product. How do you overcome that?
Oh, oh God. Well, honestly, you never overcome it. You never overcome the need to be perfect. But I've learned, I'm lucky that I've learned over life, and I still have doubts so much with anything that I'm going to do. But I've just got in the habit now of doing things imperfectly, which I know is cliche, by the way, but I live that. I mean, I'm proof of that with the social media. People forget that for me, doing lives and doing videos and talking openly about things is just, it's a mind fuck from where I came. I've trained myself through practice to make it easy. It does. Anything gets easy with practice, right? And with the books, oh my God, you have no idea how every page, like every day that I was writing them, there's always doubts. Like, have I missed out I think the biggest one is when it's done, I'm like, oh shit, I've missed out some important information and it's not worth it. And and then you realize that when people get value from it, it's not about being perfect. It's not about having all the information. It's not about, it's just about getting it done. That's the life philosophy. And by the way, I'm scared of a lot of things, but I put myself out there, so I will try and get reach out to big people for interviews, even if they don't see my messages and stuff. I'll always do it, and I might be scared. I've been many moments in my life I'll get wobbly knees and think, oh shit, I'm out of my league here doing a big interview. But it doesn't matter. I just let people see me nervous and just do it because it's so important, the information.
It's very encouraging when somebody else is seeing you nervous, and if you're really honest with people, not playing the role of the perfect one, because the encouragement comes with the trying it. I mean, who doesn't do anything doesn't make mistakes, and you have to be okay with making mistakes publicly, because I
Yeah,
come from the other side. I'm like the one, as you can see, like today's example of our chat. I just jump into it without seeing the
yeah,
circumstances. This is me, and this is why maybe I am a performing artist. I sing live. I don't, we do some rehearsing, and the most of the work I do on my own. And I think it's not just about books. It's not just about art. It's about
yeah,
everything in life. With age, I'm trying to be more like skilled. I'm trying to work on it on my own. But the thing is that you don't have to be afraid of people seeing you making mistakes. Because what I learned when I was singing with a group, with a band back in Prague,
mm,
lots of years ago, so many years ago, um,
I was scared of people laughing at me. And I told them before we had a very important concert at Lucerna Music Bar at Prague. It was very huge.
Mhm.
And I said, during the rehearsal, I'm just scared that you laughing at me. You don't want me in the band as a singer. And I was crying. And they gave me the best lesson ever. They
Yeah,
all looked at me and did this. Ha 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 ha.
yeah,
And this was the best lesson I've ever gotten from anybody. So what? People
so
can
what?
just people are receiving you just
Yep,
after your own perception of life. If you watch
true.
here once, twice, three times, you will always see different things, hear different things. So
Yep,
once you're not afraid of being seen
yeah,
during the process, you're done. You can try so many things, isn't it?
yeah. Truly, we all have that's amazing, by the way. We all have an innate fear of being judged by other people. And I think one of the lessons we have to do as constant light workers, constantly in evolution, is to slowly ebb away at that fear of what other people think by speaking your truth. Because if you speak your truth and what's true in your life, your gifts, your masteries, things you're learning, how can you ever really care what they think if
Yeah.
you know your truth because you're walking your path? And the way to do that is to just put yourself out there like you've done. Either have a load of things going, be interested in everything, or focus on one thing. You don't even need to do a load of things. Focus on just physical health, emotional, spiritual health. Maybe you're a master at something that I'm not. We all need each other to work here in this world. And yeah, you just constantly got to expand. I mean, me and you probably couldn't imagine doing the things we're doing now. I can take on the projects I'm doing now. I build it up slowly. And now I just got set myself new goals. And hopefully I look to expand my audience and for the higher good of everyone. It's not an ego trip. It's literally for the higher good of everybody that I work. I'm just giving my gifts. And by the way, it's important to say, Renata, I have weaknesses too, but it's just people don't see my weaknesses because I'm working on them and they're not being perceived here. My strengths are putting stuff out there, sharing information. That's
So
just
what's that?
me. Mhm.
Wait, show it to me again. The
Oh, yeah,
book.
sure.
Oh
Seam
yeah.
retention, my latest one. Seam retention, power of growing the hair long.
Yes. Well done.
Yeah, actually, let me just read out quickly. I posted it on Instagram. I'm sure you saw. Let me read this because my dad wrote something about my latest book. He's not my biggest fan. I don't know if you remember this, but I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook, and I'll read it out to you guys. So this is just to show people that don't listen to what other people say, and you'll always have doubters and haters. This is my dad, and that's on this book. He wrote, I'll read it out.
Yes.
Okay. Literally, it says, what a load of rubbish. Copying the odd paragraphs here and there from lay people of very little knowledge makes you the world's most ignorant writer. You are the laughing stock of your generation. Wow.
My reaction was like, oh my God, my heart was beating. I feel so sorry for him. That's why I wrote you straight away when I
Yeah.
It's most of the time it comes from your family members because you love them and you are not being appreciated in your family
Yeah.
many. So how do you deal with that?
Easy. Easy. You go out on social media, you go out in the real world, and you find your family because the truth is that our family isn't blood family often. It's a soul family connection, and people that come into your lives either through social media or the real life or both that you're going to connect with, because we don't do small talk. We don't do a lot of things. We do growth and we do important shit. And if people don't understand you, it can't land, by the way. This is important to say for this. People felt sorry for it. Depends. When I posted this, I learned a lot about people's psychology. Some people felt sorry for my dad. Some people hated my dad. Some people felt sorry for me because what people were doing was putting their perception of how they'd react if their father did that to them. Now, the truth on me is I did this to help other people, put this out there because it didn't land. How can this land when I know it's so powerful, the information, and it helps people? Do you hear what I'm saying? It didn't land. It was just to encourage people, and it's a nice memento too. It's a nice memento.
So it didn't hurt you whatsoever?
Nope, it never does.
God.
How can it? Because it's not true. It's like saying some. Do you know how I look at it? It's like saying that I'm white skinned when I'm brown. What am I supposed to do? I know I'm brown. I can see myself as brown skin. Like Jesus. Like
You're amazing. I love you. So
thanks, man.
how do we find the blocks of time? I think it's all about the rhythm, all about setting the rituals during the day, if you want to call it rituals, like
True.
the day work. Because sometimes people ask me, what a gift you have. You have such a beautiful voice. You go in the stratosphere. You are gifted. It's not a gift. It's 25 years of every single day's work. If I don't work, it's like being an athlete. And then the people think, oh, you're just singing, you don't do anything, you know. And this is something that people don't understand. The same with writing, the same with everything. It's not the talent. The talent is not doing anything for you. You can have so many talents, but you have to really precisely make yourself, just put yourself to work every single day, small pieces every day, even if you don't feel like it. I think this is the key. What do you think about that?
I couldn't agree more. Like they say, the 10,000 hour rule. I'm a huge believer in this. Like, don't do something amazing, if would it be for your mastery, what you want, even writing a book. Like, do it all in one day. Don't do it long and just never. This is the point. Do it a little bit every day, because that's how real changes in neuroplasticity works in your brain. And then at some point, it won't require discipline. It only requires willpower when you're making a habit, right? They say for 30 days. And it just gets easy and it becomes you. Now, 7 books in, I'm not saying I don't have doubts, but I just get the shit done. I've just learned the process and I'm going to write many more. But I built it up slowly over time with good habits that don't have to expend willpower of, because now eventually it becomes your personality. It's like health. What we're doing, it's a lifestyle. That's why they say it's a lifestyle, because it's not hard. At some point, you have to start, you get the momentum, and then it becomes your personality as the brain shifts. You make so much changes, and it's all down to neuroplasticity. The brain's amazing. And we're now using the capacity that we are made for, and at new levels of vibration. So now we can take on more challenges. And I've got challenges too that I'm scared of. So now this stuff's easy, writing books and other stuff, social media. Now I can focus on maybe doing interviews or maybe public speaking in front of 300 people. I'd love to do a Tony Robbins event, all this stuff. That's my dream. And that's going to be scary until I get loads of practice at it.
The thing is that nowadays we're so distracted as ever, like with the social media and everything. And the thing is to be focused, to not to get distracted, to set some rules. And as you say, for people who don't know this rule, like 30 days to create a habit and 90 days, the habits that we create are going to be working for us, because the body and the plasticity of the brain is going to want it. It's like, oh, something is missing. I should be writing. So it's about understanding the principles and trying different things, but not wanting, as you say, to try to do so much once, so many hours, or focusing on a on a great amount of work to get done, because the body at the same time will get scared and will block itself to continue to do this. So it's better to do really a small, little, tiny step
every day,
or every single day. Like sit 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no more than that. Then you come to 2 hours, but rarely 2 hours, because it's about the continue looking at it from a different perspective. Every single day is a little different, and this is where we learn. It's not about I'm inspired, I'm going to do it today. It's not good, isn't it?
No. That's what most people do in the Matrix. Most people wait for that moment of inspiration, and it comes one day, that inspiration, and they do it for a day, and then there's no inspiration the next day, and they say, oh, I haven't got inspiration now, and then it's gone. And by the way, I just want to add quickly, the hardest part for me of anything, especially writing these books, even the new one I'm going to do, the hardest part is always the beginning. Like actually starting it, it's always the hardest part. Once I've started, it gets a lot easier. But the hardest, it's just so hard to start. But once you overcome the initial resistance of, okay, here we go, here's a new book, then the flow comes, and then you access your higher capacities.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first step is the hardest one.
Yeah, it's like Confucius says, I'm thinking the journey 1,000 miles that we are now on is starts with that single step, and like just take the step, like give it a go.
Hours, they say, isn't it?
Yeah, 10,000 hours.
Yeah. You want to tell us what your normal day looks like from the morning? And I'm just giving you the official interview here.
Sure, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's okay. So now I used to, maybe 2-3 years ago, I used to spend my entire day doing physical health protocols. And I do love that stuff, but now I'm evolving, and now I've realized I've got to access the left brain, and that does mean sometimes I've got to spend time writing books inside the house. I've got to spend a lot more time on social media, messaging people for my business, making money by helping people too with other stuff. So, I mean, I've been lucky today in the UK. I was sungazing grounding. I wish I could do more. And by the way, you got me back into grounding. So I'm not perfect with everything, and I used to do it loads. So yeah, try and do as much health protocols, physical health protocols as possible, whether they free or paid now. I'm on supplements, really powerful supplements. But yeah, I'm way more left brain now, way more into connection with people on social media, because I realized that those social media connections are everything, not just for money, but for helping people and also for meeting them into real life and bringing them into my reality and all the projects. So my day doesn't revolve around physical health all the time. I wish it could. I just got high responsibility. So now I do use the internet a lot. I also try and protect myself with the internet whenever I can when I'm on it, because I know it's not too healthy. But yeah, I'm always busy, and yeah, I just get the best sleeps, by the way. I'm so tired at night time from working and health that I just fall asleep. I'm like, oh, okay, gone.
It all goes back to loving yourself and being satisfied with the process and patient with oneself. We have to be very patient, because if we're not, we are giving space to the judge in our head, and that's not good, because the judge is not us, it's the ego.
No, and that's another huge point. I think life's a journey of learning to forgive yourself a little more for not being perfect in everything, not even just getting shit done. In terms of we know things about health, we know things about spirituality. We don't always practice, including myself, everything that we know, and we make mistakes. We make 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and my life's about getting better at forgiving myself and not judging myself as much, because all is perfect as we know, and this is a temporary existence, so we're just going to keep coming back here. We're not temporary, we're infinite. So it's just a bit of fun. If we can extract as much fun from this world, having these conversations, helping people and learning from people, then it just makes it more, just make it more fun. That's the key. Make it fun too whilst you work.
Yeah. Is there any points of view, any questions from you guys who are watching? Because
well, I don't think so yet.
It's not that we are the perfect people, perfect example for you, maybe by getting things done. For me, the challenge was to start singing or putting something on the internet, because I have done like 25 years of theaters. I have been traveling the world on the stage. When I am the role, the different character, I'm great. I love to be on the stage, but being satisfied with putting something on the internet was always my problem. And there is nothing you can find, hardly anything on the internet. So I started slowly putting little bits and pieces of my exercises.
I've seen. They're really good, by the way. I really like what you're doing with your stories and doing it slowly, because that's how I did it too. You don't rush it too much, because you can scare yourself and give up. So to really improve, you have to put yourself out there a little slowly if you want this, if you desire it. That's what you've been doing. So yeah, sungazing, grounding, all the amazing things. And you're dancing.
Another thing is that your 80% might be 130 for somebody else. And you are already inspiring people by being public about it. This is it. It's like, oh my God, I get so many messages. Oh, you make me sing again, or thank you so much. You made my day by this voice of yours. You know, and I'm just like slowly, because I think that I have been born to use the sound of my voice. Because my brother, who recently died, had a Down syndrome. And I, because of him and his teachings, he didn't speak. He just made, you know, people like him makes sounds. And he was such an angelic soul to me, like soulmate. I miss him so much. And he helped me to understand that inside we are all the same. And to express ourselves, it's not about the words. It's not about the particular spelling of the words. It's about the energy, about the sound itself. And this goes for all the different languages. If you want to understand somebody, you will. If you don't want to understand, you won't. And you know, about the languages, it's not about the language, about the understanding. So he taught me how to make particular sounds to get a particular reaction. And I was like trying to calm people and the family and my friends by the sound of my voice. And this is how I started singing. And I prefer singing, which is the international universal language, straight from the heart. Even if you like singing the emotions, this is why I love opera so much, because the emotions are so true and so intense.
Yeah. Right.
So,
For listening too, for listening, but especially if you're singing it, even more so, I'd have thought. Yeah.
yes. So this is it, and it goes for everything in life. The writing is different because you can speak straight from your heart, but then you look at the words and you're trying to express yourself, a different part of your brain maybe, and use a little bit of analytical thinking. So
Yep.
this is the thing. Ask me what is the book going to be about. I have been writing my book or so many things ever since I was like 9.
Wow.
One, but through writing, just putting words on the paper, I'm journaling ever since I know how to write, and I'm always studying something, and I'm learning from writing because the brain slows down somehow. You put the things together, and you're learning about yourself most of all.
Yep.
The thing is,
Yeah.
there anybody who might get something from it?
Always. Yeah. It's funny, like when you write a book, when you teach, best way to teach people is the best way to learn. Sorry, is to teach people. Would that be through what we're doing now, repeating knowledge, or through books, like you said, slowing down? When you write, you synthesize the best of you, your best of your knowledge in a way that you think is appropriate to the audience, and that really helps you more than anybody. Yes, you write it for other people, but you help yourself by writing the book. You synthesize and you condense and really ingrain into your brain what you know, and it becomes a good platform to teach. And by the way, one thing I don't do, which I should do more often, is reread my books, because even that information, I forget some of the information that I knew sometimes. I put so much in there, so it's really good to reread your books. But yeah, getting it out there. And just touch quickly what you said, the greatest way, I think, to leave a legacy is through a book. I mean, maybe our social media might disappear, our videos, people won't watch that, but if you write a book, and that's going to outlive you, that's guaranteed to outlive you, especially with the one I wrote on aged urine. That definitely outlived me, and people will be buying that long after I'm gone. You know, I hope there's more information coming out. But yeah, these things outlive you in this life. So that's a good one. That's a good motivator.
I get the same thing from writing. I get like appreciation for myself. I understand myself better, and I love myself a little bit more by understanding. Because apart from writing the book, journaling, like without thinking, like the 3 morning pages, as Louise Hay or somebody else was referring to. I have been doing this practice, like writing all my thoughts down, just to clear my head, understand what's going on recently, because the thoughts are like rubbish. We have to really be conscious about what we're thinking about and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, you are suffering, little Renata. Don't worry about it. I'm just helping myself by putting it on the paper. And this is what's writing about. I mean, apart from being systematic and writing a book about some particular subject, I really strongly recommend to everybody to do the journaling, like the morning or evening or both. It's amazing. Do you do the same, or do you feel the same?
My God, yeah. So before I go into physical health quickly, I was well into this. I originally started with self-improvement 11, 12 years ago now, and I was obsessed with journaling. I've got so many diaries, people won't believe. I don't even know if my dad's chucked them out. My parents might chuck them out. I don't care at this point, but I got so much benefit. I've actually stopped doing it, Renata, after like 9, 10 years. But I've got to say, those 9, 10 years, I'd love to look back at them. My consciousness has changed so much since the first writings. They were very bitter at the beginning. They were very like, prove yourself to the world. And now if I wrote that, now I get so lazy, I don't feel like I need to. If I write in them now, I just write what I need to do for the day. And I've got a list of 100 things to do. But no, I do agree. If you're, to write what you feel and write in journals, man, is powerful stuff. It brings to awareness, and Jerome's watching this, he will probably relate. I didn't talk to him about it. But yeah, the journal writing is really a good way to know yourself better, to love yourself better. And listen, it's not egotistical either to write in a journal, because your life matters. People can think, oh, but that's egotistical. You're writing all about yourself and your thoughts, what you're doing today. No. We're on a growth journey here. We're trying to learn and become better people. So it's okay to write and think, okay, this happened today. What did I learn? What mistakes? How am I feeling? And like I said, it'll be a memory of your growth. I'm going to love looking back at mine from 10 years ago, my journals. They're going to be really funny. And I won't judge myself. I'll be like, damn, you changed a lot. How you think, how you write, how you talk.
And you know what happened like last year when this masquerade, this circus started? I wrote to myself a letter like February 2020, and I was talking to myself from the future, and then this is where I started get those lucid dreams. I used to be like this when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, and then my family made sure that I'm normal, so I was scared of it.
Yeah.
And I was journaling that morning, and about a lucid dream about living the matrix physically, like all the numbers, it was very strange. I might be able to translate it into English and put it out. Somebody might need it. It was very, very, very intense. I got up at 5 and I wrote every single word of it. I remembered the whole dreams in Czech, so I would have to take time to translate that. And I was starting to journal from the future.
Wow.
So it was like writing to me, the evolved me, telling me what's happening. And my son was, how did you know from the beginning, Mom?
Yeah.
How come you never wear the face mask and stuff? And I was trying to explain people how I feel, but the thing is that you cannot explain something they are not ready to hear or they have not been through. This is very sad, because the only thing is to try to understand them and love them. This is what I've been focusing on, loving my family, even if they take me as somebody, as a crazy person who is just singing. They don't even appreciate my work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Opera.
Yeah. That's really terrible when you've got so many talents and you're on a growth journey. I think at the deepest level, it is kind of insulting that people don't appreciate us for who we actually are.
Yes.
But that's okay, because then we always find the right people and connect with the right people, and that encourages you. But you need the reference experiences from other people that you are doing a good job. You need that. You can't just be by yourself, containing all that knowledge to yourself. You need at least one person in the physical or social media to really connect with, to really, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And don't you all feel that we are like reconnecting? The family, the soul family is reconnecting. It's so beautiful. I never
Truly.
felt so much love and so much connection. I didn't know that there are so many people like me out there in
Not
here.
me. Yeah. No, not me.
Like
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I thought it was by myself, and I thought I was the only one going through it. And then this social media thing opened up the doors to infinite possibility. That's the best way to describe it. Infinite possibility.
1,000-year leap in 10 years, which is beautiful. It's so intense, and like we instantly are living our thoughts. Everything you think of is real, it's happening, and you can create your own reality. I have been practicing this for many years, but now it's instant. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. I'm so blessed to get to know you and to be connected to so many like-minded souls.
It's awesome. And my dream is to meet up with the people that I've connected with and build relationships like yourself, Jerome, David, all the people watching this, Matt. Like, I'd love to meet people in reality and make that step. But and just to see everyone grow, because I know that everyone here is going to grow old together, and that's my dream. Even if I can't be them 24/7, just to check in with people every few years in the physical, see how much we've grown. And like, because we're going to know each other, a lot of us, and for a long time. That's my prediction. I'm going to know a lot of you guys for a long time, and that's cool. So now you got family. It's not just a temporary, you disappear off social media, I never see you again, or other people here. I will hopefully keep in contact with you and really see each other grow to a long old age. It's going to be fun. Have a great ride.
It's not shallow, it's deep. We are not afraid to ask each other, like, to be very familiar from the beginning. This is something I'm doing nowadays. Like, normally I would hesitate to contact people. I would hesitate to tell you that I had this idea this morning when I was sungazing.
Yeah, unless you say that, yeah. Sungazing, huh? Sungazing in practice and mastery. It's good.
Anyway, so yes, I think, I don't know, I just wanted to say that encourage people to be themselves, to share themselves, because it's very important. Each one of us has a message. Each one of us can make the difference. Even if you think that you're not important, that you're so average, you are making the difference by giving your living example. And we should speak, we should talk, we should get connected. Otherwise, if we just leave it to them, to it,
Yep.
we are gonna get we are gonna be drawn to another reality. So
True.
now time not to believe, but to act and to be alive, because everything is possible, and we are creating it right here, right now, because the now is the only time we have.
Exactly. That's powerful. And I want to acknowledge how much I've seen you grow, and I really appreciate your support and your journey and all the videos you make on things that I'll never master, like singing, for example. I'll never be good at it. I'll practice it though. So I really do admire that. So thank you so much for joining, for letting me come on here and talking. And I hope, and I know your book's going to come out. Can't wait to see it, to read it. Jerome's got a book. I wish everyone to write a book, and the fact you're doing it makes me smile a lot. So thank you.
Me too. Thank you for your ukulele.
Yeah, I love it. The music, the singing. I'm hesitant on the singing. And by the way, Renata, before we go, just to remember, after this ends, some people made a mistake. Make sure you save it, because I'd love to see this back again. Because some people forget that, and it's like, oh, that's such a waste of a beautiful interview.
My lives, yes. The only thing I didn't do is this chat with somebody else, but I'll do that, sure.
Cool. Yeah, Jerome, action is the heart. Thanks for watching.
So much time. I love you. Thank you so much for the inspiration and for kicking my ass.
That's okay. No, it wasn't even that. It's like your life path was meant to go at the pace it's going, and everyone comes in just at the right moment to help you. And same for me, for next level for me. So I appreciate it so much. I really do.
Bye bye. Bye,
Hey,
everybody.
guys. Thank you, Renata. Thanks.